Xiaoyan was finally about to begin refining the purifying demonic lotus flame. This was a day he had waited for over 10 years. Picking up from the previous chapter, within this vast and boundless space, every corner was engulfed by milky white demonic flames. June's gaze turned toward the distance, where a lotus of fire radiating an eerie aura slowly rotated. Beneath the fiery lotus, Xiaoyan stood with his hands clasped behind his back. When I first encountered you, you were as pure as a newborn infant. I granted you intelligence, yet the path you chose ran contrary to my will. Gazing at the fire lotus in the sky, the phantom figure outside Xiaoyan's body let out a soft sigh. I do not wish for you to ultimately fall into self-destruction. Since it was I who shaped you into what you are today, then allow me to bring this to an end. As his words fell, the phantom's hand seals changed. Two massive formations shot forth towering curtains of flame, rapidly forming 4 flaming pillars that sealed the demonic lotus within. Heaven refining ancient formation, strip away. The illusory palm of the purifying demonic lotus, Saint gently waved. Dense lines of fire suddenly burst forth from the flame curtain, instantly weaving into a vast fire net that embedded itself deep into the demonic lotus. The fire net tightened forcibly, drawing out strands of blood-colored mist from the lotus's core. Master, please forgive me this once. I swear I will reform in the future. Sensing that it could not contend against the purifying demonic lotus saint, the purifying demonic lotus flame hurriedly begged for mercy. Witnessing this, the purifying demonic lotus saint let out a soft sigh. With a sweep of his sleeve, the phantom withdrew from Xiaoyan's body and slowly drifted into the flaming prison, stopping before the demonic flame. Xiaoyugege, seeing the phantom leave Xiaoyan's body, Xun rushed forward and tightly grasped him. Xiaoyan had not truly been unconscious, his soul had merely been suppressed. Now freed, he could not help but lightly scold Xun. Seeing that Xiaoyan was unharmed, Zhana felt overwhelming joy and paid little heed to the scolding. Little flame, I do not hate you. Though you once devoured me in backlash, I bear no resentment. I lived my entire life without disciples or children, and I always regarded you as my closest kin. The purifying demonic lotus. Saint gently stroked the purifying demonic lotus flame, a benevolent smile appearing on his face. Let us dissipate together into heaven and earth. As his soft words faded, the colossal flame formation suddenly collapsed, transforming into 2 brilliant beams of light that violently struck the flame barrier. Witnessing the heaven-destroying explosion, Xiaoyan swiftly pulled Xun into his arms and retreated at full speed. When the raging storm finally dissipated, Xiaoyan and Xun exchanged a glance before rushing toward the center of the explosion. Within the empty Tiandi, both the purifying demonic lotus saint and the purifying demonic lotus flame had vanished without a trace, as if reduced to nothingness. Where is the flame origin? Xiaogejeluk. Xun pointed toward the magma sea and cried out in delight. Above the boundless sea of magma, a white lotus covered in pink veins slowly drifted about. At the sight of the pink lotus, Xiaoyan's body trembled with excitement. Moments later, he forcefully suppressed his emotions and cautiously lowered his altitude. The current purifying demonic lotus flame was utterly different from before. Previously, it had been violent and untamable. Now it was tranquil and serene, showing no hostility even as Xiaoyan and Xun approached. Seeing this, Xun said in surprise, "The purifying demonic lotus flame looks completely different now." Xiaoyan replied excitedly, "The purifying demonic lotus saint erased all of its past memories and intelligence. Now the purifying demonic lotus flame is like a newly born infant." Xun nodded, then hesitated slightly before saying, "But what should we do now? The spatial gateway here has vanished. I've tried. It seems that with our current strength, we cannot tear open this space." Hearing this, Xiaoyan stroked his chin, his gaze locking onto the flame lotus above the magma. Smiling, he said, "Since we can't leave for the time being, why not refine the purifying demonic lotus flame right here? When do you plan to act?" "No rush, I still need to prepare a few things." Xiaoyan stared intensely at the demonic flame lotus. He once believed that reaching Dosheng would guarantee success in refining it, but reality made him understand that without thorough preparation, the outcome remained uncertain. Outside the purifying flame space, in the surrounding sky, numerous figures hovered in mid-air, unwillingness evident in their eyes. After the spatial gateway vanished, they lost all perception of the flame space and no method could make it reappear. After the closure of the flame space, most people did not leave, choosing instead to wait. They were unwilling to return empty-handed, hoping for another unexpected turn of events. 7 days passed swiftly. 7 days already. Gu Qingyang let out a bitter smile as he looked at Gu Nanhai. who seemed to have aged significantly. After hesitating, he asked, "Elder, what should we do next?" "I don't know." Gu Nanhai shook his head, his voice hoarse. Yao Lao beside them also looked exhausted. Just as he was about to speak, space rippled slightly, and Ziyan suddenly appeared. Upon appearing, she shook her head. "I can't find the purifying flame space. It's been sealed, I can't sense its location. But I believe Xiaoyan is fine. If anything happened to him, the dragon seal would disappear." She displayed the faint golden dragon seal in her palm, then smiled at Gu Nanhai. "Elder Gu, there's no need to worry. Xiaoyan is with Xun Ji. With his personality, he would never allow her to come to harm." Hearing this, Gu Nanhai's expression finally softened slightly. He glanced at Yao Lao and sighed. "No matter what, since this has happened, I must return to the Gu clan and report." Yao Lao replied solemnly, "Rest assured, I'll arrange for people to monitor this place continuously. Any movement will be reported to the Gu clan immediately." "Many thanks." Gu Nanhai forced himself to regain composure, bowed to Yao Lao, then cast one final deep look toward the distant space before flying northward. Inside the flame space, as the crowd outside gradually dispersed, inside the sealed space after 7 days of preparation, Xiaoyan slowly opened his eyes. "Xiaowageji, are you ready?" Xiaoyan nodded lightly, his gaze fixed on the massive formation above. The formation was composed of countless delicate flame lines interwoven together. Though it appeared gentle on the surface, it emitted a chilling cold aura. "This is the 5-wheel glass flame grand array. It has a suppressive effect on the purifying demonic lotus flame," Xiaoyan explained while pointing upward. "I'm about to begin refining the purifying demonic lotus flame. Shunna, help me keep watch." As his words fell, Xiaoyan's hand seals abruptly changed. The grand array in the sky began spinning rapidly, a dense burst of cold energy erupting forth and striking directly at the demonic flame lotus. Under the influence of the cold energy, the surrounding magma instantly froze, and a thin layer of frost spread across the lotus petals. Seeing the formation take effect, Xiaoyan felt a slight sense of relief. A jade bottle tilted. A stream of pale red liquid poured out and dripped into the demonic flame lotus. This pale red liquid was known as Drunken Demon Elixir, possessing extremely potent anesthetic properties. Xiaoyan did not expect it to completely incapacitate the purifying demonic lotus flame. He merely hoped to use its effects to place it into a sluggish state, thereby increasing the chances of successful refinement.